Alright, next time I'll try pause instead of starting a new video, but here we are. We're now at the front of the house. Now the whole idea is I've got water harvest, a bore, say hello to horsies, but I've also potentially got access to the hay shed and the river down there if things start to work out. I'm sorted for water. That's when I started to really go for it. Here in front of the house where I've got good natural water pressure, I don't need pumps, I don't need any, to get the water up there I need a pump, but it's going to be there for the house yard anyway. This is where I use excess. It'll be a 10 metre wide and 100 metre long strip, so 1,000 square metres. That's Jock and Corset. You're going to have a little bit less grazing country ponies. Yeah, so let's try pausing it and then we'll come back in a minute. Alright, this is where all the magic is going to happen. You can sort of see my railway carriage up the back there. Yeah, I've started a mulch. Apparently you need 3 bins. Took me a while to work out that sheep shit and loosened bales are basically your nitrogen, and I believe they're alkaline, and I was slowly changing the pH of the soil. I went and bought some garden mix, and yeah, no thanks. In researching how they make garden mix, I worked out how to make it myself. Just here somewhere I'm going to make a biochar pit. You can sort of see the pile of sticks there in the middle that's getting ready for biochar, so I'll dig that out with my digger soon. I've started on the next one. So as I say, that's where it's going to be, 1,000 square metres. The horses are going to be a little bit upset that they can't get close to the house and hassle me. But let's go have a look at some of my mistakes. First thing I'll say is I'm putting 10 metres in between my garden and those fruit trees. 10 metres. If you live somewhere where you get a lot of rainfall regularly, you might not need 10 metres. But here, where I go from 250 mil to 1.2 metres, I need 10 metres. I'm not wasting my time planting near trees. That's one bit I will be different from some of the other YouTubers on there that talk about trees and gardens. Yeah, give it 5 or 10 years, you'll hate it. That's what we're going to have a look at now, the mistakes. This was a chook hutch that I tried growing veggies in. There's another one. Both of them I've pretty much given up. They're surrounded by trees. If you look at the size of these blue pines here, I think they're blue pines, something like that, compared to the ones up the hill, and this Chinese elm versus the ones that are up the hill, they've been doing very well out of my little garden here. The plan has always been to turn this, just step back a little bit. This little bad boy, as you can see, the trenching is a desperate attempt to kill the roots before they even get in there, but that is also going to be the foundations for a greenhouse. Yeah, but yeah, mistakes number 1 and 2. Let's pause it. I have to admit, I don't learn from my mistakes. This garden bed here will be, well, the idea is that the rest of this garden is, I think they call it, is it your greens or your, I think it's your browns, technically. It's me carbon, and it's what they call arborist's mix. If you want good garden mix, making your own soil, then nothing is better than those tree looking things called trees. What I do, take this garden here for example, me rhubarb is going nuts. There's pipes going in underneath there, so that's really deep, well watered. I get more than I can ever eat. This is one that I did about 12 months ago, in the last 12 months. It's 600 deep, dug into a clay base, which means, yeah, that will hold good water. This is my extension to the shed. I've been working on this for God knows how long. In certain videos, I won't go through it right now, I'll start to talk about urban planning issues and you know, generally how I find that the state really needs to get over itself and let farmers do what they want to do, instead of trying to just suck us dry for money all the time. But I'll leave that for today. Here's another water supply. I've got multiple water supplies here. It took me a lot of years of thinking to work out just how much water I had, and that was going to be the key to my success. I don't have to pay for water. I can make my own mulch. I have all the inputs for what would be a very good garden system. This is the original garden that the old man planted. He didn't put his veggie garden near trees. I mean, he is, but he isn't. That's why I've dug it out. I'll put concrete along there eventually, so that, yeah, nothing can get through. But nothing seems to go through there. Eventually what I'm going to do is all the excess runoff from that tank there, which is every 5 mils, is going to be redirected to my garden bed and along here. So the way I would describe that is it's about 1.2 meters deep. A Wallapini wicking bed is what I'd call it. Here, as I said before, it's 1.2 meters to 250 mil. 250 mil is considered desert. So it goes from desert to subtropical within any given 6 or 7 year cycle. I have to really plan for both. So that's what that has been planned for. But anyway, that's going to be my first video on what I'm doing and where I'm going, and what the subsequent videos are going to be themed on. And I hope you enjoyed the quick tour.